A tale of two cities, two worlds. We are living in two worlds, divided and battling. In one world, there is a deadly virus, which is the biggest threat out there. People living in that world don't understand how people wouldn't want to comply with every safety measure possible, even ones that don't make sense, even ones scientists are saying are no good. In the other world, the biggest threat is the destruction of our civil liberties. The virus, though real, is being used as a measure to destroy the economy, to break people's will and spirit, and create a nation of dependents who will give over their freedom for survival, who will accept being chipped and tracked and stripped of their rights. The mask in one world is obviously a good idea. The mask in the other world is a symbol of control. The people from the virus world think the people from the civil liberties world are idiots for not trusting the government and the World Health Organization, which is essentially Bill Gates and Fauci. They don't understand why people are alarmed that the only voices you are allowed to hear now are ones that the government and Bill Gates approve of. They don't seem to be disturbed by Bill Gates being friends with Jeffrey Epstein and don't claim to have a problem with the fact that Bill Gates socialized with Epstein even after he was arrested the first time for the solicitation of an underage prostitute. They think people who are disturbed by this fact and many others are conspiracy theorists who are crazy. They themselves aren't disturbed by many high-level doctors and scientists who have refuted many aspects of the narrative surrounding the virus. The government has told them not to trust those voices and to trust Bill Gates, even though he dropped out of college and never studied medicine. The people in the civil rights world can't understand how the people in the virus world can't see that what is way more dangerous than a virus with a relatively low mortality rate is their freedoms being stripped away. The disregard of the Constitution of the United States by mayors and governors in many states, people being arrested and jailed for trying to go back to work while sex offenders and hardened criminals are released into the streets. The fact that people who have spent their entire lives studying medicine and scientists of great repute are being silenced and deplatformed for disagreeing with the narrative that Bill Gates is promoting. Bill Gates, who's creating the vaccine to fight the pandemic, which he has gone on record as saying should be mandatory for everyone in the world, and nothing will return to anything like normal until that occurs. People in the virus world never mention the dangers of now 30 million Americans being unemployed, skyrocketing suicide rates, drug overdoses. None of those issues seem to matter at all compared to a virus with a high chance of survival. They simply don't see it or don't care. The people in the civil liberties world see the willful destruction of the economy as a move for total control. Create dependency, and you create control. Break people's spirit in every way possible, and you create control. Control perception, control behavior, control. The people in the virus world aren't alarmed about the stories of the measures of impending control. For them, safety is paramount. And they think the people in the civil liberties world are selfish and uncaring about others. Now, this sets up a dangerous dynamic where fertile ground for atrocities unimaginable a few weeks ago become possible. To herd up dissenters and have them disappeared would have been the stuff of impossible nightmares a month ago, but frame that as it's for the safety of others. They were putting your loved ones at risk. And then those disappearances, though sad, would not be undeserved in the eyes of many. However, the people in the civil liberties world see the measures they are taking as for the greater good as well. They see the virus as an inflated fear campaign hypnotizing the masses into submission in order to strip everyone of personal power and freedom and give all the control over to Big Brother for the greater good, for the safety of all, chipped, tracked, divided, and destroyed, the will of humanity, the nightmare state of constant surveillance where God is kicked out of the house he built. What you have is a tale of two cities, two perspectives. The media stoking the division between the two, turning friends and families against one another. We are in the thick of humanity turning in on itself, being manipulated into ruin through the complicated networks of fear which make up the human psyche. The will to live, to escape danger, to blame rather than see us as one. One love trying to get reborn into a sky, even if it's a sky filled with microchips and killer bees. Even if free will is on its knees. This is a stick-up